4 semifinals. A couple of things before the ball game begins tonight. Number 1, there is to be no stomping in the bleachers. And number 2, according to WISA rules, there are to be no handheld signs, banners, or the like in the stands or on the walls. And one final reminder, the Shoreland Pacers tonight will be the guests. And therefore, we introduce the Shoreland Pacers first. The starting lineup for tonight's ball game. At one guard, number 14, 5'10", junior Eric Pavich. At the other guard, number 21, 5'10", junior Todd Clower. At the forward positions tonight for Shoreland, number 25, 6-foot senior Dave Dorflinger. And number 33, 5'10", senior Brian Lash. Rounding out the Shoreland line at number 35, 6'2", junior Todd Brazeman. And now, the starting lineup for the Racine Crusaders. At one guard, number 54, 5'11", senior Ryan Stanton. At the other guard, number 20, 5'8", junior Eric Wilkes. In the forward positions, number 40, 6'1", senior Pete Standy. And number 52, 6'3", junior Todd Hoover. Rounding out the Racine lineup, number 42, 6'5", senior Kurt Miley.
There you have tonight's starting lineups. Officials for tonight. The man on the right, Tom Rizzo, and the man on the left, senior official Alex Nagro, who is retiring after this season. So this Arbor game now is very special for Alex. And we invite you up. We're going to rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance here at Shoreland Lutheran High School.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We got a packed house at Shoreland Lutheran High School. It's going to be noisy. It's going to be intense. And it's going to be a good basketball game. And numbers, they don't mean anything right now. They're very small. It separates both these teams. Shoreland will be the away team, as you heard the public address announcer tell you. So they'll be in there away yellow. And Racine Lutheran will be in the home white. Miley jumps center against Brieseman. And the Shoreland Pacers have the ball. And will run the offense. Eric Pavich, who has really been on a scoring tear as of late. Into Brieseman, that's his shot. Won't go that time. Ball tipped out to Shoreland. Dan, this game is going to be a dogfight.
And every time we come out here to do the guys game, Larry, it always comes down to the final seconds. And I think that's going to be evident here tonight. Both schools fired up. Todd Brieseman puts it off the glass.
Brieseman with his first two. The big guy could put it in. They got him listed at 6 foot. I think he's a little bit taller. He's guarding 6'3" Miley. Ball tipped out of there by Brieseman. And that's what you see out of Shoreland. Very active on the defensive side. And Racine Lutheran likes to kick the ball up, though. They like to run.
Excuse me, Larry. Dave Rail said that one of the mainstays for Shoreland, why they're on an 8-11 stretch here, is that Todd Brieseman, once in the middle, he has his back towards the basket. He says he's a little bit uncomfortable there, but you got to go where you're needed, Todd, and you do a great job.
Brieseman wants to go inside, kicks it up, partially tapped, and a foul called underneath. Pavich went up and he had fouled. And the foul is now number 54, Ryan Stan. That's his first, team first. And we'll put number 15, Eric Pavich, on the line to shoot two. Stamina, I believe, will be the key as you see Dave Rail going to the water early. Pavich knocks them both down. You're looking at a seasoned player right there in the junior, Eric Pavich. Started last year, sophomore guard.
And what a great task. Only a sophomore starting on a varsity team. He comes here with all his knowledge, all his game time experience. Hope he leads his Shoreland men's Pacers to the state.
Standy long jumper, air ball. And he's going to hear about that one for a while. First shot up goes awry for the Crusaders. Racine Lutheran, who brought a great contingency with them here tonight. Did you see the place SRO here at Shoreland Lutheran High School? Jumper up, no good by Clower. Big rebound by Stanton. Ryan Stanton can climb with the best of them. Stanton on the outside, dishes off underneath Miley. Back out to Stanton. Stanton, a starter last year for Racine Lutheran.
And as you mentioned,
with this man, Eric Wilkes.
As you mentioned in pregame, Larry, can the Shoreland Pacers keep up with them down low? We're going to see that here. But they're really early going there in the 2-3 zone, containing the middle very well.
Good drive by Eric Wilkes. He's got two. And the Crusaders on the board, 4-2. 6:05 left here in the first quarter.
And that's one of the main things on the zone. You can't overextend, Larry. You got to stay in your own area.
Pavich in trouble, just gets rid of the 5 count. Dorflinger, Brieseman, baseline, rolls in and out. Scrap for it and Wilkes away. Wilkes to stand, wants to base it off the wing. Too hard off the glass. Gets his own rebound, fires it up, and now a foul is called on Dave Dorflinger, number 25. And that's his first, team first.
Dave does a good job, Larry. And what he lacks in height, Larry, he makes up with excellent effort. He boxes out very well, and he crashes the boards.
Shot up, no good by Hoover. Rebound by Miley, won't go. Brieseman with a rack.
That's the thing. Can Shoreland keep him off the offensive boards? They're going to have to do a good job down there in that 2-3 zone of theirs, get all those guys off the glass.
Flower baseline, Dorflinger. Dave gets a step. He'll take that shot.
Shoreland has to take good percentage shots. The thing what Dave Rare was referring to when he told me he had to shoot very well, he wants them to take good shots. He don't want to force any shots. As we're going to see here early going, see if Shoreland does set the tempo.
Drive by Lash, picked off. Highly good defense. All the way to the other end. Brieseman with a block and a foul will be called on the attempt.
I believe it's on Dorflinger.
It is on Dave Dorflinger. That's foul number 2. Shoreland would go 9 players deep. Racine Lutheran goes just about 8. For number 52, Todd Hoover on the line to shoot 2.
but in and out. Well, especially during tourney time, Larry, free throws are a vital part in this ball game.
Here comes the banger, number 43, David Mudstock.
We're shooting around a little bit before the game with David.
And he is just that, he's a banger. Neither attempt good, knocked out of bounds to Racine Lutheran. Good call by Tom Rizzo, the underneath official. As we look over Tom's shoulder and onto the playing field.
Mentioning officials here, Larry, you got two of the finest out there, both experienced officials.
Fouls on Brieseman. That's Todd's first, team third. He got him on the way up, so Miley will go to the line now to shoot a pair. Kurt Miley, 6'5", senior. Kurt was the starter last year.
And we televised the game when we were up in Racine Lutheran.
It's nice to be in the wide open spaces of Shoreland Lutheran High School. That has got to be one of the smallest gyms I've ever been in my life. Second shot good by Miley. 1 out of 2. 1 out of 4 in the night.
See,
Early,
you're
4 to 3.
You're used to Michigan. You got those big arenas where the kids can play in, and a big smile on your face.
Pavic dances by Wilkes, flips it up, won't go. Rebounds Ryan Stanton. 4:35 left here in the first quarter. Shoreland on top, 4 to 3.
And Shoreland 1 of 7 from the field, so
Pete Standy with his first 2 and gives Racine Lutheran the score lead 5 to 4. Mudstock inside. Baseline picked off by Hoover. Wilkes pushing on it up, waiting for Stanton to get stepped. Standy works around on the wing. Wilkes looking for people to cut. Now he's got Standy from 16. His running jumper won't go. And out of bounds was Hoover.
good box out that time by Dave Dorflinger. He created that, Larry. He got Standy on his hip and forced him out of bounds. So, as we said just a few moments ago, Dave Dorflinger does a good job on the weak side rebounds.
Baseline Dorflinger. Kapovic swinging around the perimeter now, looking for people to cut. Mudstock, you won't see David shoot too much. Dave has that picked off, Dorflinger does, by Stanton on the weak side help. And now Wilkes driving down with a chance to give Racine Lutheran a little more breathing advantage. They're up by one. Stanton looks inside to Miley. They're really packing it inside. Miley now stolen by Brieseman.
Boy, he couldn't have played it better in the textbook, Dan. Oh, he plays all facets of the game, Larry. He's only a junior, and I got to believe next year he's looking for a college to play with. Over the back.
Over the top goes Todd Hoover. That's his first personal and the team's second.
And that's the thing, you know, I just mentioned the fact that Coach Dave Rail said he's got his back to the basket, and he says a little bit uncomfortable there, but hey, he did a good job at that time getting a guy in his hip. He has good moves inside. I'm sure we're going to see a few tonight.
Swinging it all the way around. Dorflinger on top to David Mudstock. Pavic with an idea, steps inside, kicks baseline.
There you go.
Dorflinger fires it up in traffic, no foul. Hoover the other way, and Mudstock is going to collect the blocking foul.
Shoreland needs a timeout to regroup here.
That's David's first, team fourth, and Shoreland will call a timeout. 2:49 remaining first quarter. The Pacers down by one. More action on Kenosha Cable 34.
For the girl of your dreams, Herbert's has that special engagement ring. We want to help you learn what you look for in a diamond because it is better for you to buy an engagement ring based on what you know, not what you don't know. We believe the more you know about diamonds, the better we look.
For that special engagement ring, Herbert's offers the best in selection, service, and value. That's a promise.
Herbert's, located in Pershing Plaza, Kenosha.
We've told you that Vaganski's is Kenosha's largest TV and appliance store, and that we guarantee the lowest prices. But what Vaganski's is most proud of is our customers, our satisfied customers. Listen to what they have to say about us.
We felt that the prices were reasonable too. So the things, I mean, it's working great, and they didn't steer us wrong, so naturally we came back to...
Come in and visit Vaganski's and you'll be a satisfied customer too.
No one sells for less than Vaganski's. We guarantee it.
Kenosha Redskins Football Club presents live in concert Atlantic recording artist Holland with special guest Archangel Sunday, March 8th at the Carthage College Fieldhouse in Kenosha. Doors open at 1 p.m. Experience the lighting and sound explosion of Holland. Tickets are available at Main Street, Grand Central Record and Dates, BT's Lounge, and at the door. Don't miss Holland with special guest Archangel Sunday, March 8th, 2 p.m. Carthage College. Be there.
Hey, who is that man?
They're peeking up from the bumper balcony. I tell you, it's SRO here, standing room only at Charlotte Lutheran High School. And they're trying to find a seat in the best advantage every way you can. Well, Dan, we've seen it come out. Both teams coming out don't look very flat at all. Shooting percentages aren't nothing to write home about in the first 6 minutes of this game, but
well, Charlotte's 1 of 7, or excuse me, 1 of 8. While the Racine Lutheran Crusaders are 2 of 6, so we've seen teams early here going to the free throw line, and I know I say it every game, but got to hit your free throws to be effective.
Racine ball, side court. Wilkes will trigger. He pulls the offense. 5'8" junior there. Baseline, nice pass underneath. Up, won't go for Hoover, and a foul is called underneath on Brieseman.
Good call by the official, Larry. Todd didn't get himself there quick enough. I think he anticipated the pass to get in there, but he was just a step and a half too late. And Alex Nagel, the senior official, made a good call.
2 shots on the way for Todd Hoover. Missed his first 2.
Well, maybe it was a good foul. Richard Day in, number 41, 5'11" senior. And he's another banger on those boards, Larry. Likes to get physical. We'll see him. We won't see him too much in the scoring column, but we're going to see him on the defensive boards.
Hoover, 1 out of 4. That's his first point, and gives Racine Lutheran a 2-point advantage, 6-4. Swinging around the perimeter, Mudstock. To Clower, knocked down underneath. Clower gets a hand on it, and he walks. I'm going to call traveling. That's a good call. That is the correct call.
Well, good help in there by the Crusaders, Larry. He tried to drive baseline to no avail. They didn't give up the cardinal sin. That is giving up the baseline. They did a good job, and what came out of it was a turnover.
Looks for Stan inside, picked off by Mudstock. They tried to go to Hoover, and Dave right there to snag it. Swinging around the perimeter now. Clower to Pavich. Pavich looks inside on Wilkes. Both teams playing in a man-to-man. Dorflinger can't pull the trigger.
Well, he had thoughts of pulling up that jumper. We're going to see him. He has to get that off just a little bit quicker if he's going to take it.
Stolen by Wilkes and stepped out of bounds.
And what's evident here, Larry, we didn't hear that official. And in a gymnasium such as Charlotte's, we might see him go to a numbering system for plays, because sometimes you cannot hear if you're going to yell at a play, whatever you call Detroit or Michigan, whatever you want to call. You won't be able to hear. So let's see if teams go to a numbering system because of the noise.
Turnover going to Shortland. With 1:40 remaining in the first quarter, Pacers down by 2, 6-4. Wilkes will walk it up. He'll run the offense. Brian Lash is back into the ballgame for Shortland. Stanton on the wing. Looks inside. Nice pass to Wilkes off the glass. Good.
Well, I know if we're at Bradford right now, Coach Burway would be going nuts. How can you pass the ball through a zone? You got to get those arms out, guys. Got to get those arms waving, and that's the key to a zone.
4-point advantage for the Crusaders. Racine Lutheran. Pavich pulled on, and his pocket picked by Wilkes. Goes all the way to the hoop, gets two. Wilkes with 6 and a timeout again going to Shoreland with 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter. As the Pacers a little sluggish right now, find themselves down by 6, 10-4. We'll stay right here. Dan, great action. I tell you, every time we hit playoff time, we get a new burst of energy. We get a new life kicked into us. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, like to reiterate what I said in the pregame of the girls telecast, is that, you know, there is 3 seasons in the basketball season. You got the season before Christmas, season after Christmas. Hey, and records don't matter. Once you get to the regional action or Area 4 action, it's a different story.
On Sunday, March 1st, 3 o'clock, you'll see the WISAA girls game. Racine Prairie at Shoreland. 4 o'clock, WIAA Bradford at Case. Brought to you courtesy of Telecable. 7 o'clock, the ever-popular Kenosha bowling game. 8 o'clock, Racine Park taking on Tremper. And then at 10 o'clock, Kenosha Sports Talk, featuring you-know-who? Larry Reitler. March 15th, TG's, 9 o'clock. Mark it on your calendar. We'll be there live. Come and join us. Pavic looking to get things working now for Shoreland, down to 50 seconds of the first quarter. And another turnover. That's the 5th turnover for Shoreland in the first quarter.
And 45 seconds remaining here to go in the first quarter. Both teams live, and they know they're here.
Long baseline jumper, good by Pete Stanley. He's got 4.
Well, Racing Lutheran Crusaders just hit 4 field goals in a row here, Larry. And that time, as soon as it left his hand, he knew it was going to go in because he had good rotation and good follow-through.
Flower drives picked off Pavic now. He wanted to go baseline. 22 seconds first quarter. Need to get a shot off here. Need a hoop. Down to 15 on the big clock. Day looks inside. Lash outside. Pavic sets, pulls, good. Eric Pavic with his 4th point. That runs out the first quarter. With the Pacers cutting it in half, 12-6. Be back with the second quarter after these messages on Kenosha Cable 34.
Wednesday is double coupon day. Receive 2 coupons for each pizza you buy. Save 10 coupons and get a free pizza.
Good morning. It's 5:24 a.m. I'll make that 5:25. 25 minutes past 5 in downtown Portland. This is the doctor smiling at you. 8 lucky people are going to win a couple of tickets to the show. If you haven't got your entry in, get it in here today. We've got to have it. Remember, the Oldies show at 9 p.m. is only right here on Music Radio. And coming right up, another 30 minutes of commercial-free music. Well, our own Joan Benoit won the Boston Marathon Monday with a woman's world record in 2:22:42. Hey, if you're listening, way to go, Joni.
If you're a homeowner, First National Bank has a home equity loan just for you. Your house can provide you with a line of credit based on your equity. With the new tax laws, this will be a smart way to borrow money. To apply for your home equity loan, call or stop in at any First National Bank location. Downtown, Bristol, Summers, Pleasant Prairie, North Branch, South Branch. First National Bank, 7 locations to serve you. Member FDIC.
Lutheran Pacer cheerleaders. I'll tell you, they brought a nice little crowd down with them from Racine.
Well, let's just sort of, if you can analyze this here a little bit. You got the students from Lutheran High School sitting in one section standing up. You got the students from Shoreland in one section, the other section standing up. And I think you got the parents in the middle just sitting there and enjoying the ball game. You know what I'm saying? You got a section over here standing, a section over here standing, and right in the middle. And there's the cheerleaders. Shoreland Lutheran High School. a fine mix of cheerleaders, young men and women.
I don't know, some of them, I don't think their sidewalks go all the way to the street.
They're out here having a good time, and that's what high school is all about.
Todd Hoover swings it around the perimeter. He's at the free throw line. Ryan Stanton, who has yet to score, and offensive foul for Ryan Stanton, his second personal, and the team third.
And to reiterate, that time Dorflinger held his ground, and he's not going to give up that ground. Stanton picked up his second personal foul.
Nice pass underneath. Follow-away jumper, good for Brian Lash. That's his first two. 12-8 to score, 7:25 just underway here, second quarter. Miley deep, and a foul is going to be called on Clower, and he knew it. Todd hooked him around. That's his first personal. But what it'll do is put Racine Lutheran on the line to shoot the bonus. 7:20 remaining here in the first half. Larry Reitler along with Dan McGonigal bringing you tournament action only on Kenosha Cable 34. Miley hits his second free throw. 2 points for the big guy. And a nice rotation touch, gets the second one down. So he's got 3, ups the lead to 6, 14-8. He certainly needs to settle into an offense, Dan. They need some kind of rhythm right here.
Yeah, those two timeouts by Coach Dave Arreo were good, Larry, because I believe Charlotte in the first quarter was a little tight.
Traveling violation on the other end. The ball got slapped out of his hands, but picked it up on the way in. Picked off by Dorflinger. He swings it around the perimeter. Clower wants to shoot. It rims in and out. Miley with a rebound. Quickly up the floor to Wilkes. He's got Hoover. And Brieseman rebound. Good no call by the official. No contact underneath. Dorflinger swings it around the perimeter. Brian Lash. And a foul is going to be called on number 52, Todd Hoover.
There were some elbows flying, and he caught Richard Day right in the side of the face.
Eric Pavich back into the ball game. And in for Racine Lutheran number 24.
There you go. Brian Lash came off a pick there. Nailed it from the corner. That was a rhythm shot, Larry, and that's his 4th point in his early ball game.
14-10. Pacers within 4. Hoover drives. His shot good. Nice looking shot by Todd Hoover.
That's 5 in a row.
And he's got 3.
5 in a row field goal attempts for Racine Lutheran.
Working around the perimeter. Brian Lash looks inside.
Nice pass.
Eric Pavich leans in.
Good.
Eric Pavich doing the right thing that time as he leaned in for point number 6. And he's going to get a free throw out of this.
Well, Charlotte runs an offense sort of similar to what we ran at Bradford High School. There is a motion offense. Various times you're going to see the center up at the point or forward up at the point. You're going to see the guards flash in the middle. And what that entails is that maybe you can get a mismatch. Maybe you can get a big guy and a little guy. But that time, to no avail, as Brian Lash came in, gave Eric Pavich a nice pass.
Brieseman picks off the missed free throw, dumps it back in. Charlotte within 2, 16-14. Stand out on top. Let's Bill DeMuth. Ball tipped into the backcourt. Foot race for it. Stand out runs it. And both officials will confer that time, and that is the call. Right back to Racine Lutheran. That is a good call.
Well, that's
why there's 2 officials in basketball games.
And that's why, you know, they're 2 veteran officials, Larry. They both met with each other at the middle of the court. They said, hey, here's what happened. You agree? Yes, I do. Okay, Racine's ball.
Underneath to Miley, muscles it on up. No good. Ball tipped out of his hands. And Lash got an elbow in the nose. He's going to shake it off as Eric Pavich walks it up against Wilkes. These guys have seen each other now for 2 years as starters. They're going to see each other next year, too, both juniors.
Ooh, shoot that.
Day looks inside. Lash fires. No good. Rebound Wilkes.
Ooh, Richard Day had a wide open jump shot from the free throw line.
Stanton forces inside. Brieseman swats it away. But Stanton was out of bounds.
Good defense there.
And now both coaches going to the bench as number 40 enters the ball game. Pete Standy, along with number 23, a guy we like, Mark Schlegg.
Mark does a good job. Mark's an excellent leaper. Can shoot the ball.
6'2" junior. Yeah, you're right, Dan. He'll fire the ball up and he'll put it up from anywhere.
And not putting any pressure on the guy, but I'm sure we're going to see a lot of boards off him this evening.
Pavic jumper, good. Eric Pavic with his 8th point. We got a tie ball game, 16 apiece.
And just like that, they're down by 6. That shows you how tough Charlotte Lutheran is on their home court.
4:25 remaining in the second quarter. Standy's jumper, good. Nice looking jumper, Pete Standy. He has 6. Pete last year was an outstanding shooter. Carries it right on to this year. 6'1" senior. Brieseman deals off underneath. Last turnaround, Jay can't get the roll. And Stanton way up to get the rebound. Stanton without a point tonight, but a lot of rebounds for Ryan. Hoover on top, baseline. Standy back to Hoover, forced it up. Won't go. Tip up good by Standy. Pete Standy active on the boards and has got the Racine Lutheran Crusaders again up by 4, 20-16. Brieseman works it on Hoover, stops, pops, drops.
He's smooth. He knew he was going to do with the ball once he got it. That time he gave a little jerk step to the left. He said, boom, I'm going to take you to the right. And he nailed it.
You got a good look at Willie Eckhorst there, the head coach of Racine Lutheran. From 17, good for Wilkes. That's his 8th point.
The Crusaders, every time the Pacers mount a comeback, boom, they halt them right there, and they come back with a clutch basket each time.
Fired up by Schlegg, can't get the roll, and Standy with a rebound. 2:50 remaining, second quarter. Racine Lutheran on top by 4, 22-18. Stanton has that pass tipped by Lash. Shot up and good by the move.
They're shooting well in spurts, Larry. They had a spurt of 5 in a row. Now they got a spurt of 3 in a row, excuse me.
Brieseman outside, down by 6, 24-18. Brieseman drives, kicks it up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Stanton touched it last, and out of bounds to Shoreland. Wholesale substitutions now coming in. Number 42, Miley, in for the Crusaders. Number 21, Todd Clower.
And Richard Day.
And Richard Day in there. The red-faced Richard Day. You can always tell when Richard's into the ball game. He starts working it up real quick.
He's working hard down low. He's getting that adrenaline fired up there.
Brieseman fires a 15-footer, won't go. Rebound to move. Under 2 minutes. Standy's got the rhythm jumper, gets the roll. 10 points for Pete Standy. The lead back up to 8, 26-18. Lash wanted to fire, swings it back out for Clower, back to Lash. Looking for Brieseman and Pavic now. Minute 25. There's Pavic, his 20-footer won't go.
Good bar by Clower.
Who's it going to go to? To Shoreland.
I like to see that guard down there muscling with the big guys down low.
Number 30 in, John Viestra, 5'8" sophomore. And David Mudstock, number 43, will check in for the Pacers. Give Brian Lash a rest. With a minute 21, Pacers down by 8. Baseline tipped out of Clower's hands on the way up. And Wilkes will slow. Looks outside, swinging around, standing, dumped it off underneath. Mudstock tipped it away. And out of bounds to Racine. David Mudstock scrapping for it.
Well, there's a time as a player, I know how they feel. You wish that ball had a string on it or something to grab that thing. But it doesn't.
Wilkes triggers, Standy gains control. Jumper up, no good, and a foul is going to be called. David Mudstock away from the ball, I believe. That is David's second personal foul. They're over the limit, and we'll put Lutheran on the line to shoot the bonus as John Veenstra takes that trip.
Hello, Larry. I'm going to fire this question at you. There's two players. There's a player here and a player that plays for St. Joe's that sort of have the same role. Richie from St. Joe's and Mudstock from Charlotte here. They sort of, I don't know, they play the same. That thought just occurred in my mind.
That's good, Dan. 45 seconds, so you know a lot of players are very similar. Picked off by Veenstra. And he turned that ball over. Charlotte gets the ball back with 40 seconds remaining in the half. 26-18 the score. And now number 13, Mark Parlow, is into the ball game for Eric Kovich. Need a hoop here. Try to cut the lead by 6. Sterling will take their time to set this up. Mudstock works around the perimeter to Parlow. Down to 20. Turnaround jumper, Brieseman won't go. Veenstra skies for the rebound. And now Racine Lutheran will play for one with 12 seconds remaining.
They're going to go in about 7 seconds.
Standy dumps it off from Miley off the glass. Good. Kurt Miley with his 5th point. Don't count it if it goes, and we're at the end of the first half. With Racine Lutheran on top by 10, 28-18. Stay tuned now for Halftime Hoots featuring Sidney Moncrief, brought to you by Nike. And then the second half of this ballgame after these messages on Kenosha Cable 34.
Because the competition never stops. Take your pick. Discover the possibilities of the ultimate home entertainment source of VCR, cable TV, and HBO and Cinemax. Consider the choice. Unlimited variety. News, sports, weather, lifestyles. Basic cable delivers 24 hours a day. A VCR plugs you in. Now plug in quality premium channels. The choice, HBO and Cinemax, with an unbeatable selection of movies and exclusive original programming. Choice like this makes your entertainment system complete. The convenience of a VCR puts you in command, because now you can control time. Preset your VCR and record a concert while you're away. Record a movie while you watch a big sports event. Cable, HBO, and Cinemax give you the choice. A VCR gives you the freedom, choice, convenience, and an unmatched value. That's the VCR Cable Connection. Hundreds of movies, concerts, comedy specials, series, sports, news, and information for just pennies a program. It's the system designed to satisfy. A VCR plus cable, HBO, and Cinemax, the ultimate in home entertainment.
Well, welcome back to the second half. It's probably going to be a wild and woolly as it was, much like the first half. And of course, the feature, McGonigal's unofficial halftime statistics.
And look at Racine Lutheran, Larry. You're seeing your screen right here. 12 of 18, 66%. And it's just phenomenal. They've had, like I said during the game, they had 2 spurts of 5 where they made 5 continuous field goal attempts. And you look at the turnovers, not a key factor here, is 6 apiece. And Larry, you said I was kind of lenient before, but that's all right.
Nice guy on the turnovers.
And Charlotte, on the other hand, 8 for 26, 30%. I'm sure Coach Ray would like to see that improve here in the second half.
They're a good comeback ball club. Don't go away. The second half's going to be a dandy, we guarantee you. And we're going to get ready for that second half right now. Both teams getting their final instructions. Good crowd here tonight. Shoreland Lutheran High School sitting behind the stands. Enjoying tournament basketball at its best. Of course, the winner of this ball game now will advance to Burlington and try to look to St. Mary. Racine will have the ball to start the second half. Wilkes walking it on up. Wilkes, Stanton. Stanton has been shut out so far here tonight. Stanton working around to Standy. Standy, 10 points the first half. Stanton wants to fire short. Ball still on the floor. Who wants it? There you go. Todd Clower will come away with it.
And Shoreland shows they have the ability to come back here. They're down by 10. Let's see if they can come back, mount the surge here right at the start of the third quarter, set the tempo for the rest of the game.
Dave Dorflinger underneath the Breezeman, up in traffic, knocks it down. 8 points for Todd Breezeman, 6 in the first half. Eric Pavich was the leading scorer for Shoreland in the first half with 8. In the corner, jumper by Hoover. Good shot by Todd Hoover, and he's got 5.
Plays tough down low, Larry.
Eric Wilkes had 8 in the first half. Pete Standy with 10. Kurt Mealy with 5. Miley. Dorflinger on the lash. Lash to Clower.
There it is. Go strong.
And he's fouled by Miley across the arm. That's Miley's first, just the first of this half.
Well, when you're down in the paint like that, Larry, you gotta believe you gotta take that ball right to the rim. You can't worry about who's behind you. The worst you're gonna do is you're gonna be in the line for 2 shots.
Dave Dorflinger will get 2 out of this. The 6-foot senior, starter last year. Yeah, and he gets the home court roll.
I don't know, we were shooting on that rim before both games.
That rim is tight. It is very tight on this end of the floor. Can't get the second one. Breezeman scraps for it.
Up and strong. There
Goes right up and knocks it in.
Well, they're mount their surge right here at the start of the third quarter. That's what we said they had to do, and they're doing it.
Knocks the lead down to 7, 30-23. Wilkes now has trouble on the side and gets it off to Standy. Standy, his jumper up good. That was Stanton to Standy. Pete Standy with 12, and
it's just
burning on up.
Yeah, it's just like earlier in the game, Larry. Shoreland's trying to come back here, and each time they mount those deficits by baskets by Racine Lutheran.
Breezeman dumps it off for Lash. He drives, and a blocking foul is called on Stanton. He was moving backwards. Good call.
Well, you got to create things when you're in the offensive end. You can't move around. That's his third personal.
That is the second team. Shoreland with a chance to cut into that lead. It's right now at 9. 32-23. Clower, nice looking shot. It won't go. Breezeman scraps and Wilkes away. Stanton holds up on the wing, looking for people cut towards the middle. Out on top to Hoover. Hoover back to Wilkes. Kicks it off underneath. Stanton, good move. Won't go. Boxed out in there. Ball still free.
There you go. Good judgment. Good judgment by Clower. He didn't see there was anything that he could create that would be happening. So all you do is hold up, get it to the guard, Eric Pavich, and set up the offense.
Breezeman looks inside. Dumps up to Clower. Pavich jumper. Good. That's Eric Pavich's shot. He's got 10. 5 minutes remaining, third quarter, 32-25 to score. Around the perimeter for Stanton. Looking inside for Hoover. Turnaround jumper off the glass. Good.
He's so smooth underneath, Larry. As soon as that guy gets the ball, he knows what he's going to do, and he always spins towards the basket. So if you're a player, you have to realize he always spins towards the basket, get your body in position there, and try to create an offensive foul.
Around the perimeter now, Clower. Dorflinger, yes. Dave Dorflinger with his first field goal.
And that's what happens when you move on the offensive end. He's working to get the shot. If you work hard enough and you move on the offensive end, you're going to get a shot. 4:25. Stolen there, picked off, and a foul's going to be called on Clower. Got a little bit too much arm that time, and that's Todd's second personal foul, and that's just the team first of this half. Brooks pulls the trigger into Miley. Miley baseline has that ball tipped out of his hands. Up the floor we go. Eric Pavich sets the offense. Nice drop pass for Clower. Drives right by, and he's fouled by Standy. Clower likes to take that ball right to the rim, Larry. It seems like every time he gets to the ball, he takes it right to the hole, and you got to like that. Your guard taking it right to the plate. That's Standy's first personal, third team of the half. And Standy's one of those ball players, Larry, where I don't think he's going to get many fouls called on him because he is a good defensive player, and he's like one of your players that you wouldn't like to get in foul trouble, and he won't. Clower can't get the roll on the first free throw. Get another shot at it. 5'10 junior, be back next year. 4:11 on the clock. Sherman down by 7. Running out of a little bit of time here in the third quarter. Knocks it down. Narrows the lead to 6. Sherman, good comeback team. Stanton all the way down underneath the Hoover. Jumper won't go. Miley off the glass. It won't go. And here was a break now for Sherman. Clower all the way off the glass. Good. Todd Clower, his first field goal. 3 points for Todd. Todd Clower showing good athletic ability, Larry. He left. He got it about 4 feet in the air. And Todd Clower steals the ball. Now Eric Pavich working it up the other way. Sherman 4-on-2. Brings him in off the lash. Good. Brian roll. Luther needs a timeout. And they're going to take one. Brian Lash hits the field goal. Sherman within 2, 34-32. As Racine Lutheran takes a timeout. That's what we'll do on Kenosha Cable 34.
Johnny doesn't play in the NBA, but at Kenosha Hospital and Medical Center, he gets treated like a pro. The Sports Therapy Department at Kenosha Hospital is Kenosha's source for prevention and rehabilitation of athletic injuries. The staff of therapists have the expertise and equipment to help get you back in the game. After your injury has been evaluated by your physician, ask your doctor about sports therapy at Kenosha Hospital. Don't let your athletic injury ruin a dream. Kenosha Hospital and Medical Center, standing tall in Kenosha.
Hello, Kenosha. We're Pullman Motors, bringing to you a quality product backed by reliable service. And who said cars can't be fun? Drive home a car that'll make you smile. Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge, built with pride by the hands of Americans.
The pride is back, born in America again.
See your local Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge dealer, Pullman Motors.
Kenosha Redskins Football Club presents live in concert Atlantic Recording Artist Holland with special guest Archangel, Sunday, March 8th at the Carthage College Fieldhouse in Kenosha. Doors open at 1 p.m. Experience the lighting and sound explosion of Holland. Tickets are available at Main Street, Grand Central Record and Tapes, BT's Lounge, and at the door. Don't miss Holland with special guest Archangel. Sunday, March 8th, 2 p.m. Carthage College. Be there.
My mother told me never to do this.
A driver who's desperate for conversation. A passenger whose last ride took his last wrong turn.
Why's that? Because I cut off his legs and his arms and his head. And I'm gonna do the same to you.
I don't want to die!
A fiendish struggle between an inhuman predator and his all-too-human prey. Rutger Hauer. C. Thomas Howell.
Why are you doing this to me?
Jennifer Jason Lee. The Hitcher.
Welcome back to Shoreland High School. I tell you, we got it rocking. The Pacers with the ability to come back, and they're doing just that.
Did you see the unselfishness of this Shoreland Lutheran basketball team here? Todd Breezeman could have very easily shot that ball, but no. What did he see? He seen Brian Lash on the other side, put the nice pass, and what he did was he took the shot that was easier. He wanted to make sure that ball went in the hoop. And what that entails is with 3:36 left here to go in the third quarter, Shoreland only finds himself down by 2 points, and we set a rate at the start of the third quarter. They have to take charge and set the tempo of this ball game, and they have.
Racine Lutheran a little bit out of their tempo right now. They had it pretty much going their way in the first half. And they have not been able to get Ryan Stanton in the scoring column.
And really, Eckhart, sensing the possibility of Shoreland making a run, that was an excellent timeout. He called this to settle down his players and just maybe try to slow down the Shoreland Pacers. But I don't know. These fans are really into this, and a sixth man plays an important role here.
Standy from 17 rolls in and out and tipped out of bounds to Shoreland. Pacers with a chance to tie here. Oh, they're so very tough at home. Their first game against Racine Lutheran, they lost here at home by 3. Lash on the wing, fires it up, short, rebound, Stanton. Good idea by Brian Lash.
Well, he had his shot. You know, no coach is going to fault you for taking an open jump shot.
Stanton swings it back around to Wilkes, picked off in the middle by Breezeman. Todd end-to-end, he's fouled by Standy on the way up. That's Standy's second, 4th team. And now Todd Breezeman goes to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, if you're wondering why the center of the ball club is bringing the ball up the court, Todd Breezeman, 6'2", can handle the ball very well for a big guy. And I believe he could play guard also. And that time he took it coast to coast. He's on the line shooting a pair.
Eyes it up and in.
This guy don't feel no pressure. Nets that one.
He's got that Lake Michigan water running through his veins. Cold as ice in February. Second shot on the way. In and out. Jump ball. And it goes to Shoreland. It does.
Great effort there by Clawler. Someone forgot their assignment. They didn't box him out, and that nailed him to get in there and get physical with the big guys down low.
Pacers with a chance to take the lead, down 34-33. 2:45 remaining in this third quarter. Dorflinger in trouble, dumps it off to Pavic. Across the Lash. Breezeman baseline. He'll get a step. He'll pop. Shoreland going to be very patient at this point. Pass underneath.
Back.
And now foul is called on Miley. Kurt Miley draws foul number 2, and now Racine Lutheran over the limit. And Shoreland will go to the line to shoot the bonus. David Mudstock reports in for the Pacers.
He replaced Dorflinger.
And number 24, Bill DeMuth in for Racine Lutheran.
Well, Dorflinger receives a lot of credit here, Larry. Did a good job. He's going to get a blow, and you're going to see him back here in the fourth quarter. If not, later on in this third quarter. There's only two and a half minutes left.
Todd with a chance to tie it up. Can't get the roll. Hoover with a rebound. So Racine escapes a bullet that time. No fouls. Swinging around the perimeter. Stanton kicks it off for Standy. Dumps it off in the middle, and an offensive foul is called on Standy. He draws foul number 3.
And Brian Lash was on the receiving end of that blow.
Holy cow. 2:14 left in the third quarter. Still at that 1-point gap. Mudstock works it around for Pavic. And to Breezeman, he pops good. The Pacers have the lead now. 35-34 as we're under 2 minutes.
You got to feel when Todd Breezeman comes off that pick and he's in a shooting position and he gets the ball where he can handle it and he can shoot it, that ball's going to go in the bucket.
13 points for Breezeman, and now the foul on Eric Pavic. That's Eric's first personal and the second team. As Richard Day enters the ball game for Shoreland.
Todd Clower comes out, did a fine job.
Stanton wants to drive, cut off, spins, move, won't go. Standy with a rebound. He gets the roll.
Well, that's staying with your shot, Larry. That time Standy had a determination. Stay with his shot, put it up again, missed. And that time he put it in the bucket.
So the seesaw right now on the high side. As Brieseman tipped from behind by Wilkes. Standy with a 3-on-2 break. And Mudstock's going to be called for the block. David Mudstock draws foul number 3. And the third team foul of this half. Maybe a good foul in a different kind of light.
What a worker. Works very hard, got himself in position.
It's too bad they don't have a football program here at Charlotte. I'd like to see David Mudstock play.
Well, you never know. Maybe in the future years they'll get one here. They have a fine soccer and baseball team.
Baseball, I'm anxious to see.
Well, they took second in state last year under the head of Dave Rail. Of course, one of the guys on that team was Eric Pavich.
Dumped inside. Miley, his lean-in jumper, good.
Miley does a good job in there.
That's his 7th point, his first 2 points of this half.
What he does is he's so tall, he's 6'5", he gets that ball above his head, and what he does is it makes it harder for the smaller player to block his shot. Either they're going to block it or they're going to follow him on the arm.
Shoreland going to play for one now, down to 35 seconds. Down by 3, 38-35, playing for one, down to 25. And they get the boring chant from Racine Lutheran crowd. This is actually, I think, a pretty good move now, Dan, down to 10 seconds.
Sure. They got to shoot with about 7. They got to start driving right now.
Lash inside the paint,
there
nice drive. It's tipped. Miley comes away with it. 1 second. Wilkes fires. And into the stage it goes in a 3-point deficit. Let's see if that's taken a lot out of Shoreland as we approach the 4th quarter on Kenosha Cable 34.
If you're a homeowner, First National Bank has a home equity loan just for you. Your house can provide you with a line of credit based on your equity. With the new tax laws, this will be a smart way to borrow money. To apply for your home equity loan, call or stop in at any First National Bank location. Downtown, Bristol, Summers, Pleasant Prairie, North Branch, South Branch. First National Bank, 7 locations to serve you. Member FDIC.
For your jewelry needs, Herbert's is for you. Our trained staff will help you learn what you look for in a piece of jewelry, because we want you to buy your next piece of jewelry based on what you know, not what you don't know. We believe the more you know about jewelry, the better we look.
At Herbert's, we offer you the best in selection, service, and value. That's a promise.
Herbert's, located in Pershing Plaza, Kenosha.
Next month's Cinemax Director's Chair celebrates 4 Academy Award-winning Best Directors.
As we go down life's highway, you going your way, and I going my way.
Leo McCarey, winner of the 1937 Academy Award as Best Director for The Awful Truth.
Holy smokes, I never ran across anything like this before. I'll see.
Frank Capra, winner of the 1938 Academy Award as Best Director for You Can't Take It With You.
Good show. Jolly good show, Major.
David Lean, winner of the 1957 Academy Award as Best Director for The Bridge on the River Kwai.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Sir Carol Reed, winner of the 1968 Academy Award as Best Director for Oliver.
Only the best.
March is a month to celebrate with 4 Academy Award-winning Best Directors right here on Cinemax.
Well, I hope you stuck around this long, because this fourth quarter, folks, is going to be a dandy. It's a 3-point deficit right now in favor of Racine Lutheran, the Crusaders, and they'll have the ball here to start the second half. Richard Day went down holding his ankle at the end of that third quarter, but he's okay now as he's back on the bench, walked it off.
That's what you got to do with those turn of the ankles. I know it hurts, and it's going to be very stiff in the morning, but for the time being, I'm sure with the excitement here, they ain't going to feel no pain.
9 points for Todd Hoover. He kicked that one off the glass. And let's see if that little spurt there at the end of the third quarter has taken much out of the Shoreland Pacers. Lash's jumper won't go. Rebound to Stanton.
Well, it's all or nothing here, Larry. Shoreland has to exert themselves to full force.
Mudstock pokes it out of bounds.
Here's where you gotta want to, seniors, hey, this is your last game. And I think they know, and they want to go out on a win.
Stanton kicks off. Hoover gets the inside position, and a foul will be called on Mudstock. And now David Mudstock has turned his ankle.
We've seen a lot of turn of ankles here this evening.
The floor is real tacky. It's
a grippy floor.
It really is. That's David's third personal foul.
It's one of those urethane floors, I believe.
Tart turf. That's the fourth team, so they won't be shooting. Wilkes pulls the trigger into Hoover on the set play. He loses it, fires it up on his knees, and then Wilkes there to tap it. Hoover has it blocked and a foul. Let's see who they call the foul on.
I believe Charlotte called a timeout.
Fouls on number 25. Dave Dorflinger, his third, the fifth team. And Shoreland Lutheran has indeed called a timeout with 7:13 left in this ball game. As Dave Rail talks to Tom Rizzo a little bit and wants an explanation. He's probably asking him, have you been to that restaurant down the road there?
Yeah, they're talking about that. Maybe, hey, you're going to play any softball this summer? You know, talking about how was your Christmas? I know it's been, Valentine's Day.
Tuesday, March 3rd on Kenosha Cable 34 at 6:30. Curtain going up, the March edition. 7 o'clock, Barrett Business Brief. And that's the stock market, the topic this month. 7:30, WISAA, Racine Prairie taking on Shoreland. The girls version then 9 o'clock, the WIAA. Bradford traveling to Racine Case, and here we are.
Hey,
I'm on as we got the hat on top of our monitor.
All these guys over here.
Kicking back here at Shoreland High School. I'll tell you, there's not too many gyms Dan and I like better than Shoreland Lutheran for excitement.
Hey, every time we come out here, it's exciting. Hey, they treat us beautiful, and we'd like to thank everybody here at Shoreland Lutheran High School. Do a tremendous job.
They treat us well here.
They sure do. And wish we get some of the names so we can recognize those people for their great.
Of course, Pastor Steve Hintz, the man who is in charge out here, the principal, helps us quite a bit. Of course, Dave Rail and Bruce Heckman get our undying gratitude. Todd Hoover on the line to shoot two. Todd was 1 for 3 from the line in the first half and remains at that torrid pace. Todd's got 9 points. See that good crowd here tonight? Second shot in for Hoover. 10 points for Todd, 41-35 the score. Just about 1 minute into the fourth quarter, 7 remaining. Pavic, his long jumper, nothing but net. Pavic with 12. Shoreland back within 4. Got to extend the defense this time, Dan. See, Lutheran's able to pass that ball and get it underneath a little bit too easy.
They're playing man-to-man now. Of course, they have to. It's the last quarter. They're down. They got to get their arms out.
Standy's jumper goes awry. Mudstock with a board.
They need a bucket right here.
Long pass to Lash.
We look inside for Breezeman.
Pavic had an idea. Ball tipped out of there by Welch. Standy wants to go one-on-one. Drives right by Mudstock, flips it up, and David Mudstock is going to be tagged with foul number 4. That is number 5 for David. I thought I had him with 5, and that is 5. So David Mudstock has fouled out of this ball game with no points to his credit. But David is definitely the spiritual inspiration on this team to get him going. Todd Clower will check into the ball game for David Mudstock. And he gets a good hand from the crowd here. Takes a lot out of you. It is not a game for the faint-hearted, especially when you get to March Madness. Standy, though, can't get the roll on the free throw. A little bit of consolation there.
Yeah, I can remember back at Bradford when we were in the regional tournament, and we had to play Racine Horlick, and they were one of the powerhouses in the state, and we had to face them, and hey, it is.
Takes a lot out of you. Flower had an idea, ball stolen, picked up by Wilkes to Standy. Back to Standy, up good. Standy with 17 points. And he is quick, Dan, he moves.
Sure does, he has that quick first step, which is vital to a basketball player.
44-37 the score. Wilkes had that ball tipped. Shot up good by Dorflinger. Dorflinger with 5. 44-39, all the way down to Hoover quickly, running in good. That's the thing Shoreland's got to avoid here right now, Dan.
We got to get this ball in the air, Larry, with 5:30 remaining.
Down by 7.
Down by 7. You got to get that ball in the hoop. You got to create something. You got to drive, penetrate. Right now they're following a 2-on-2 zone. You got to have some zone busters out there. Start firing it.
Breezeman on the drive. He's fouled.
So it's 5.5 minutes, like we said, Larry. That is actually a lot of time.
And that is Ryan Stanton's 4th personal foul. Puts Todd Breezeman on the line to shoot a pair.
So you take it right to that man. He has 4.
They've got to now, because he's right now, he's the man hammering the boards for him on the defensive end. Todd, nice form, gets it down. 14 points for Breezeman, number 24 now. Bill DeMuth will check in for Stanton. Second shot on the way, good. 15 points for Breezeman, 5-point deficit. 5:20 remaining.
Well, you got him here in the corner, you got a trap.
Full court pressure.
There you go, foul.
And a foul is called on the top.
Actually, that was a good foul. I don't think he meant to foul him, but actually that was a good foul because that entailed them. Hey, he gets on the line and you never know.
Brian Lash will go to the line to shoot the bonus. They could have called that intentional. And what a swing that would have been. No. It's an advantage situation. Lash knocks it home. 7 points for Lash. Shoreland hitting their free throws down the stretch now. Four for 4 down the stretch, and they're within 3, 46-43. 5:10 remaining in this ball game. Tipped away off the glass, good by Miley. Miley with 9. Pavic on the side, looking inside for Clower. Dorflinger to Pavic. Into Breezeman, he's in the paint, drives, and he's fouled. And that is a good move by Breezeman as she's fouled by Miley, and that is Miley's 3rd personal.
Well, you seen Miley go up top, Larry, and what he did was he brought the ball down and was going to scoop it. And that time, hey, that's great athletic ability. Anytime you can hang up there that long and then able to shoot that shot, and it's very effective.
Breezeman will get 2 out of this. Chance to cut it within 3. In and out. Rebound by Hoover. 48-44 and 4:40 remaining in this ball game. Shoreland trying to trap the ball right now. DeMuth out at top. Dave Rail wanted to walk, didn't get it that time, and there's the walk by Standy. Drug that pivot foot.
Well, showing his great, Larry. They're getting the Racine Crusaders, the big men handling the ball up top, and that's what they want to do. They want to put pressure on the big guys. Of course, the guards can handle the ball, but hey, you get to the big guys, they ain't used to being on top.
Standy back into the ball game for the Crusaders. Pavic wanted to fire, dumps it off baseline, jumper up, no good by Lash. Brieseman, skies, turn, won't go. That ball knocked out of bounds, should be Shoreland's basketball. It is. With 4:13 remaining, the Pacers like to cut the lead now to 2. Going to be very patient as they want to take a high percentage shot as we're at 4 minutes left in this ball game. Brieseman in the paint, stops from 15, won't go. Rebound Miley. That time Todd forced it up there a little bit, maybe ill-advised.
Yeah, but time is running out. You're close to the rim, you got to shoot it.
Racine Lutheran looking to use a little bit of clock here. As we're at 3:30, Standy with the drive, and a blocking foul is called. It'll be on Clower underneath. And we'll give Standy 2 shots at the hoop. Standy with 17 points. As you get a look at Willie Eckhorst, the head coach of Racine Lutheran. Shot on the way good.
How's he doing tonight in the line?
So far, it's 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4. $19 points for Pete Standy. Lash looks inside as Racine has gone into the zone now, packing it in the middle. Brieseman on the outside. Got to hit a couple outside jumpers here. Pavic fires good.
You called that right on cue, Larry. The zone busters have to come out now.
Pavic with 14 and a steal on the other end. Clower can't handle it, and it goes flying into the cheap seats. .310 remaining. Hoover gives off to Wilkes. To Standy. I tell you what, both these teams, these guys are going to sleep well tonight. Win or lose.
And we just pulled double duty here. I think we are also.
Standy looks inside. And now Wilkes will call a timeout. We'll take a break. 3:52 remaining on Kenosha Cable 34.
Kenosha Redskins Football Club presents live in concert Atlantic Recording Artist Holland. With special guest Archangel, Sunday, March 8th at the Carthage College Fieldhouse in Kenosha. Doors open at 1 p.m. Experience the lighting and sound explosion of Holland. Tickets are available at Main Street, Grand Central Record and Tape, BT's Lounge, and at the door. Don't miss Holland with special guest Archangel. Sunday, March 8th, 2 p.m. Carthage College.
Wednesday is double coupon day. Receive 2 coupons for each pizza you buy. Save 10 coupons and get a free pizza.
March steps up with style and brings in a smile. This month, the HBO Cinemax combo has star power.
I am a Jedi. like my father before me.
On HBO, the Star Wars saga continues.
Witness the final destruction of the Alliance and the end of your insignificant rebellion.
Can the power of the Force crush the dark side of the Empire? Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Return of the Jedi. Plus Mary Tyler Moore in Just Between Friends. And Kevin Bacon taking it to the streets in Quicksilver. On Cinemax, it's crazy cop capers in Police Academy 3. James Woods and Jim Belushi are caught in the crossfire in Salvador. And if this is civilization, then the gods must be crazy. More than movies in March, HBO originals are red hot. Tina Turner breaks every rule. And when it comes to comedy,
we have a winner.
On location with wacky Emo Phillips. Plus an important show for parents. Daniel J. Travanti hosts
How to Raise a Street-Smart Child.
Next, hard-hitting heavyweight action live on HBO. Mike Tyson takes on James Bone Crusher Smith. Plus an exclusive HBO documentary on the road to the super fight with two of boxing's best. To the power of HBO, add the sass of Cinemax. March means music with our critically acclaimed sessions. Cool sounds from a jazz session. Next, a rockabilly legend. Fats is back. And gospel's where it's at. And introducing...
Guy Simone. Close your eyes. You'll think it's Sinatra.
Then from around the world to your own front door. Count on Cinemax for Hollywood hits, current classics, and foreign favorites. That's maximum movie choice. Together, HBO and Cinemax are the cable combo designed to satisfy. Call your cable operator now and order the HBO Cinemax combo.
There's the story. Shoreland down by 4. They are the guest team tonight, 50-46. Then they've shown us so many times the ability to come back. Racine Lutheran, though, at this point in time, looking very confident. My question is, Shoreland Lutheran expend too much energy trying to catch up?
I don't think so, Larry. I think with 2:52 left, I think they know what they have to do. There's determinations on their faces. Hey, and they're only down by 4 points. We've seen them come back at the beginning of the third quarter with under 3 minutes and cut the deficit to 2. And they were down by 10, so they scored 8 points. They had a little stretch there. And I think what's a key factor right here, they can't let the Crusaders score right here. This is a vital part of the ball game. If they score right here, Shoreland has to score 4 buckets to get back in this ball game. Here we go.
Steal by Clower. He walked with it. He got that ball hooked on his hip. He wanted to dish it off, because he had Brian Lash breaking for the hole, but he couldn't get it off his hip.
And I think that's why they teach you got to make up your mind by the free throw line.
Stanton in the backcourt. Let's see what the strategy is now by Shoreland. Full court pressure, dumps it off. Wilkes kicks it across to Standy. His jumper won't go, and breezes him in with a rebound.
Got to get a bucket here.
Chance to cut it within 2. Long pass. Lash pulled it in.
He should have dribbled in a couple steps and popped that.
Dorfinger blocked by Wilkes. Wants to go all the way, and then wisely pulls up.
Good judgment by Wilkes.
Standy on the wing, back to Stanton.
Oh, yeah, junior with good judgment.
Pavic almost had himself a steal. Wilkes on the baseline, goes up in traffic, and a foul is going to be called.
Foul's on Breezeman.
It is on Breezeman, number 35. That is Todd's 3rd personal foul. They've lost David Mudstock to 5 personals.
That's why we say earlier in the telecast and during telecast that you like to see one of your better players in your ball club to stay out of foul trouble. Todd Breezeman, 3 fouls with 1:59 remaining.
Wilkes on the line to shoot a pair, gets that one in.
So I think that speaks for itself. You need your players down the stretch.
Oh, you're real impressed with Racine Lutheran.
Oh, they're showing tremendous strength inside, and you can tell they're very well coached.
Miley with a rebound, and now a foul is going to be called on Dorflinger, and that's the top. Dave's 4th. Close. Racine Lutheran team beat St. Joseph's in Kenosha earlier this year, so you know they're no slouch as they beat a Class A ball club.
And I believe that we televised that game. No? Thought we did.
Jumper on the way, and we got a lane violation on Breezeman, I believe. Said Todd stepped in that lane a little too early, or he stepped down the line. So the bonus going right back to Miley. And he can't capitalize the second time, but Hoover dumps it right back in. Todd Hoover, who has had himself a good second half with 14 points for the ball game. Sterling now, time running out. Last drives and a foul is called on Miley. That is Kurt Miley's foot. A minute 44 remaining in the ball game. Shortland down by 7, 53-46. Brian Lash on the line to shoot. Well, let's see what they'll give him here. I think they'll give him the bonus. That's what it should be. It is. Well, I'll tell you, that is a nice looking free throw he's got, Dan. It's rhythm. He gets low, bend the knees up, good rotation on the ball. Everything you want to do in a free throw.
And everything I wanted to say, so.
Well, that time he rolls in and out, but Dorflinger there to tap.
And we told you that guy's always around the ball and a weak side rebounding. There he is again, Dave Dorflinger.
Cuts it to within 4. That's a big play, and then a steal by Lash. He goes up, count it, and a foul is on Stanton, and he's done. Lash with the steal, a hoop. He's going to get a free throw out of this. And they have a chance to come back within 1. It ain't over till it's over. As the Charlotte crowd on their feet with a minute 30 remaining.
Well, they say if you're going to foul somebody down low like that, make sure they don't shoot.
And with the new rule this year, you know, they could have potentially called again a two-shot foul. Lash can't connect on the three-point play. Jump ball goes to Racine. No, it goes to Charlotte. I'm sorry.
And it never fails. We cover Charlotte Lutheran High School again. We're on cable TV. And they're going to take us down to the final seconds.
You gotta love it. Pavic had an idea. Wilkes, good defense. He cut him off. He knows where Eric likes to shoot.
Okay, so what they got to do here now, Larry, is that they got to make sure they get a good shot.
Down to a minute 12.
You don't have to force anything. There's a lot of time remaining. So work to get open. They're in a zone. They're in a 2-1-2 zone. They're overextending. So see if they can find an opening on cross side. There it is.
Pavic fakes up, drives.
There it is.
Off the glass, won't go. And bodies everywhere. Let's see who they call the foul on. I believe it's on Todd Clower. Todd Clower didn't get... That is on Todd Clower. That is his 4th personal. So we'll walk it down to the other end, and Hoover will get a chance at the bonus. As Miley returns into the ballgame, number 42.
And what a ball game he has played.
And it is 5 fouls on Clower. So Todd, the second person to exit for Shoreland with 5.
And there's Randy Donis in the background.
Randy here, covered for the Kenosha News.
Also on Kenosha Sports Talk several times.
Mark Schlag into the ballgame, number 23. He hasn't seen any action since the second quarter. And now Shoreland will call a timeout with 52 seconds remaining in this ball game. 2 points separate these ball clubs, 53-51. And well, Dan, you missed a free throw down at this end, and you know, a chance for a big 3-point play and a turnover. And, well, you could be up conceivably right now. Shoreland could by 3 points.
Yeah, but that's a game of basketball, Larry. And what Shoreland has to hope for now here is that there's a bonus. So if you're a Shoreland fan, you'd want the Crusaders miss this front end of the free throw. Shoreland come down here and get a bucket, tie this ball game up. But if they do have it hit both of them, Shoreland has to score at least 3 times to win this ball game, or twice to put it in overtime.
Nothing but good times at Shoreland Lutheran High School. Everybody asks me, where's Shoreland Lutheran High School? As you look at Ed down there, cameraman. Hi, Ed. I tell you, our cameraman working 2 games tonight. And
Ed,
they're to be commended. Scott, Kerry, and Mike in the truck. We love it. Hoover on the line. First to shoot the bonus. 52 seconds remaining. Can't connect. Reason over the rebound. Shoreland with a chance to tie.
That's what we just talked about. Oh, that sounds tempting. But that's a disciplined ball player right there. Would they play for one, go for the tie?
I don't know. We're down to 30 seconds. Lash drives up, count it! And he's fouled on the drive. Brian Lash connects.
Brian Lash came through twice. It's the second time he's been on the free throw line to complete a 3-point play. This time he ties the ball game at 53 apiece.
And the foul is on Kurt Miley, and that's his 5th.
27 seconds left to go in the game.
I don't know about you, but I got my second win. Miley exits the ball game with 9 points.
And if he makes this
place is up for grabs. It's going to be up for grabs.
I think these steel beams here, I think we have to get our hard hats on, because they might come down.
Mark Parlow will come into the ball game for
Let's see if Lutheran calls a timeout here.
He might.
Oh, probably be a good one if he was going to do one.
They're going to wipe some perspiration off the floor here.
See, if they're going to call timeout, he's thinking about it right now. And if you're on the line, he's going to wait till the ball gets right up there and they're going to say time. Just see what happens.
Ecorse has got 3 timeouts remaining. Shoreland has 1.
And they don't call a timeout.
Ryan Lash is giving Shoreland the lead. They haven't had the lead since early in the 3rd quarter, up by 1, 54-53. And now Racine Lutheran will call a timeout. Brian Lash on a big 3-point play. Eight points in this 4th quarter for Brian Lash. She's got 14 for the game. 23 seconds remaining. Oh, you can't ask for anything better than this.
What a high school basketball. This is what high school's all about, Larry. You know, you're a student, you come out here, you get involved in the extracurricular activities, and you're up there taking stats. There he is. I believe his name is Bailing. He always wants us to mention his name. I know he did last year, so we'll get him on the air here. But we said it right from the beginning. We come to Shoreland Lutheran High School, and you know, you turn on the game in the last quarter, it's going to be the same, because they always take us down to the final seconds. And don't leave, because we got a dandy.
Number 30 into the ball game, John Veenstra, and he's an excellent rebounder. So they enter him. Willie Ecorse puts him into the ball game. 23 seconds left.
And everybody's on their feet.
Well, Shoreland got here on a last-second shot as they beat Racine Prairie, 47-46. So let's see what it comes down to now. Hoover knocks it in. Down to 7 seconds, swinging it around. Pavic with 4. Just about lost the end of the ball game, but it'll be Shoreland's basketball with 1 second left, and now Racine Lutheran calls timeout.
You figure it out. That says we're going on to the final second.
And it does, and I thought we lost the end of the ball game there. Temporary power failure, we're back. 55-54. Now there could potentially be 2 seconds on that clock. You know how that old story goes.
Yeah, you gotta wait for those ticks.
Or there could be less than 1 second, so you don't know how that buzzer's gonna react.
And what do you do if you're Coach Dave Rail? Well, You got to pick somebody and get somebody open, obviously.
And maybe pick and draw an offensive foul.
You got to go for your inbound. You got to go for your hottest hand right now. And I got to believe maybe Brian Lash, Brieseman, or Pavic is going to be one of the people who touched that ball. I could have made it easy on myself and said 05. Except the guy that takes the ball out of the bounds.
This is it. 1 second remaining.
This is what we like to see.
This is good time. That's why we decided to determine basketball only on Kenosha Cable 34. Pavic will pull the trigger. They'll stack it in underneath. Lash fires! In and out, no good. And Racine Lutheran has won it here, 55-54 to take it in. Now they'll travel to Burlington. We'll be back to wrap it up for you after these messages on Kenosha Cable 34.
We've told you that Vaganski's is Kenosha's largest TV and appliance store, and that we guarantee the lowest prices. But what Vaganski's is most proud of is our customers, our satisfied customers. Listen to what they have to say about us.
We felt that the prices were reasonable too. The things, I mean, it's working great, and they didn't steer us wrong, so naturally we came back to...
Come in and visit Vaganski's, and you'll be a satisfied customer too.
No one sells for less than Vaganski's. We guarantee it.
At the age of 14, I discovered the secret. Pick the one thing you do best and work at it. So, while every other kid was trying to be the next Iceman, I would hit the boys. Because I figure that you ain't got the ball, you can't shoot the ball.
This week, Kenosha Area Crime Stoppers is offering a reward of up to $1,000 for information leading to the arrest of the person or persons responsible for a number of shooting incidents. On February 18, 1987, between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m., persons unknown fired shots into homes, a business, and a vehicle. These criminal acts took place on Highway K from 134th Avenue west to State Trunk Highway 75, then south to 84th Street, then east to 220th Avenue. Some of the shots fired came very close to striking people who were inside the building. If you have information regarding these crimes, we urge you to call Crime Stoppers 656-7333. You do not have to reveal your name, and all calls are kept confidential. Crime Stoppers pays rewards for information leading to the arrest of persons responsible for all felony crimes.
Well, what can you say, Dan? It came right down to it. And Brian Lash on 1 second shot just didn't go for him, and it was just not to be, as the Racine Lutheran has pulled it out here 55-54. What a ball game.
And it's a game like this where someone has to lose, but hey, the Charlotte Lutheran, these guys have nothing to be ashamed of, Larry. They played their hardest. They're a team that faces adversity, and hey, look forward to next year because these Charlotte Pacers are going to be tough.
Now you look at Racine Lutheran on the other hand. I thought they played extremely well. They got some good scoring underneath. Eric Wilkes, their point guard, had 8 points. Pete Standy, boy, just an outstanding performance with 19. Kurt Mealy fouled out with 9. And then Todd Hooper was 16. I think the big story is they kept Ryan Stanton scoreless. He did not score a point, and he also fouled out. For Charlotte Lutheran, Eric Pavic ended the game with 14. Todd Clower with 3. Dave Dorflinger with 7. Brian Lash with 14. He would have liked to have had 16. And Todd Brieseman did an excellent, excellent job again with 16 points.
And you just can't say enough. They faced adversity during the game. They're down by 10 at halftime. They came back in the third quarter, got the lead. They're down by 2. They came back in the fourth quarter. They got the lead, and they lost it. It changed a little bit up in here down the court. And what else can you say?
Well, they end the season at a 10-13 mark, and of course, now Racine Lutheran will travel on that road to the Mecca Ball they call it, and they'll go to Racine or St. Mary's now in Burlington and take care of the sectional there, and then on to Mecca. Who knows? The Sterling girls, they keep winning. Maybe we'll be at Mecca again this year.
All right, we gotta like it.
It's been a dandy ball game. Pacers, you played well. You played well, and you never disappoint us here on Kenosha Cable 34. These games on Kenosha Cable 34, particularly these tournament games, are brought to you by the First National Bank, Kenosha's only independent community bank. By Herbert's Jewelers. For selection, service, and price, Herbert's is for you. By the Kenosha Hospital and Medical Center, standing tall in Kenosha. By the Nike Factory Outlet. Hey, be a winner. Wear Nike. By Paulman Motors. The pride is back in Kenosha. By Valeo's Pizza, Kenosha's #1 choice for pizza. And by Vagansky TV and Appliance Store, Kenosha's largest TV and appliance store. That guarantees the lowest prices anywhere. Final score from Shoreland Lutheran High School. Racine Lutheran 55, Shoreland 54. For Dan McGonigal, this is Larry Reitler saying thanks for watching and good night.
We've told you that Vagansky's is Kenosha's largest TV and appliance store, and that we guarantee the lowest prices. But what Vagansky's is most proud of is our customers, our satisfied customers. Listen to what they have to say about us.
We've bought other products here in the past, and they have good service and a range of brand names. They've